This is Tom Robleski, the political editor of the Staten Island Advance newspaper. We're here today with Tim Cochrane, the Conservative Party candidate for the 13th congressional district seat. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me.
First, now you are a registered Republican and running on the conservative line. First-time candidate. I mean, how do you find the campaign so far?
Oh, I'm really enjoying it. I have had a great reception right out of the gate. It's exciting, especially with what's going on in the world and especially what's going on here in the city in the United States. So for me, it's a chance to get a voice out there.
The economy is the big issue, presidential campaign worldwide, the credit crunch. First of all, how do you see, how Wall Street and the country have gotten to this juncture, and what do you think about the bailout? Is this really going to solve our problems?
Well, I think it stops the bleeding to some extent. I think the main focus, and everybody keeps focusing on Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street, and a Wall Street bailout. No way. It's a bailout of America. Our credit markets is where the focus should be looked at today, and I know there's a lot of emphasis there from the Treasury and the Federal Reserve, because you got everybody from farmers to construction workers to homeowners with home ex. All those markets are frozen. People can't do anything, and so that's really where the focus is. We don't want the U.S. economy to shut down, and that's what's going to happen if they didn't step in and vote on this bailout.
One of the biggest issues in the city, not really a federal issue, is term limits, with the mayor and the city council, Mayor Bloomberg, trying to overturn term limits. How do you think that should turn out?
Well, I think that I have a problem when people are trying to undermine what the democracy here in the city is all about. And I think that's why one of the risks that we're at right now across the country and in this nation and the world sees us that way, that our democracy is so fragile. To say that we should be able to just run a referendum down through the city council and allow the mayor to run again is absurd. The people have already voted and said no. Put it back to the people. I don't have a problem with that. If enough people say that it should be done, absolutely. But I think there's plenty of people in that city council who are beholden to the mayor, so it's going to be very easy for him to get a vote. And so I'm pretty unhappy with the whole situation.
What do you think is a proper end to the war in Iraq? Do you have any idea of when you would look to bring troops home from overseas? My
feeling is that there's not a general that's in our military that wants to keep a guy in harm's way for one more day than he has to be there. Just the logistics alone of keeping thousands of troops in a foreign country is unheard of. And so to think that we're staying there for any other reason other than to help the people in Iraq and in Afghanistan, at the same time to quell Al-Qaeda. If the thought process is all run out, I think we're back to the same thing that we have to do with Vietnam. Will be looked at, and I think that democracy will fail if we pull our guys out and don't provide security there. So there is, in my eyes, there should be no timetable. Nobody should be under the gun to get them out. I think that we should have enough faith in the leaders that are over there that when the time is right, they'll do the right thing.